Hello, my name is Reed, and I am presenting my final project that I took for my third server class at NMC. This is just a project that I did throughout the entire semester of the class to show everything that I learned throughout the class. Uh, Here's the first benchmark that I had to complete for this class. I just had to make a fake company and create a report and put a bunch of information about it. So I'll be going over the first benchmark in this video, and there's a part 2 that I uploaded that went over what I'd created in the virtual machines. So first up, um, I tried to make it look like a company header or letter or website or something that could be presented from a real company. I won't go and read this off for you, but as you can see, I just made up everything. If it sounds like a real company, then that means I did a good job with this, but it's not real. I just made everything up. But I did base it off of a real company because the power company that I use is a cooperative, so I just kind of knew how they work and tried to emulate what it would be like. So it was as close to real life as I could make it. Anyways, company overview. It's just a short little blurb about what the company is. A little bit of history that I made up using some people from my actual family, but they're some of my great ancestors. They did not actually start a power company, I think. I don't actually know. Anyways, one of the project requirements was to have a partner company that we'd pair and create a trust through Active Directory. So this is just a little bit about the partner, the new acquisition, which you can read about there. And then we have to also have a bunch of departments in our company in order to create OUs for them and demonstrate how we can set up an Active Directory. So here are all the different departments, and you'll see these reflected in the virtual machine and Active Directory, and a little bit about each department. Here's a diagram of Active Directory. You can see that there's the trust relationship between Northern Electric and Partner.com through they're connected through remote routing and remote access. That's just a router that I had to set up in the virtual machines. Otherwise, everything here is on Northern Electric, the AD1 machine, which you'll see in the next diagram. Okay, so basically what this says is I created a network diagram for this fake company, Northern Electric or northernelectric.com, and this is that diagram, which I thought it was a nice diagram, trying to incorporate what a real company would have with offsites and the partner companies and VPNs. But that's not what we actually were able to set up in our virtual machine. So here's what we set up on the machines in the lab. You can see here that everything's on one machine, and I left this in just kind of fill in space, but this is all just on the client PC. It's not a separate machine. Those are just different accounts that are represented by the client. And here's the partner machine with the trust relationship on the separate network. There's 2 switches. I had to create a internal virtual switch to connect it to either side of the RRAS. This is just a server acting as a router. And then here I took a lot of progress screenshots throughout the class. There's no reason for us to go through and look at all of these, but if you're interested, you should be able to check this out and get some more details. Anyways, to see the rest of the video, or rest of this presentation, you can go on to part 2, which I will leave a link to that in the description of this video if you're watching this on YouTube. Or if you have this document, I have a link to the part 2 right here. Thank you.